YouTubers! Mike Martin's here, Mike Martin's channel. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being part of this channel. Thanks for supporting this channel. Big hug to everybody out there. Today's a win for me, so I'm feeling good and I want to share some love with everybody. But let's spare a thought for those living down under. Aussie dollar sinks to the lowest level since global financial crisis in 2009. That was posted today, of course, a day ahead, of course. So the markets were open there, and I've been following the gold, if you know. And if you just arrived from Alpha Centauri, and you're not sure what's going on here on Earth, there's quite a bit that's been going on in the last 10 years. All right, then. So what is happening? So again, let's reread this. Aussie dollar sinks to lowest level since global financial crisis in 2009. Production is down, and they sold off their land. The Australian proper is finished right now. What are they gonna do to get this back on track? Stop selling your damn water to foreign countries backed by... I don't know. It's... yeah. Yeah, so this is what's happening right now. The Australian dollar is down nearly 6% since the start of the year and hitting decade start of the year. Dude, we're 6 weeks into the year. We got this. We got cerveza virus. We got fires in Australia. We got foreign investing. We got what else is happening? The thing in Iran and all this crap happening. It's not even locusts. It's not even 6 weeks in the year. Look what's happening here, SA. 6% since the start of the year, hitting the decade lows against the U.S. counterparts, which is bad news for travelers, but could be good news for the economy. It's even better news for Australians that are moving out to move to America. At 3:28 p.m., AEDT Adelaide, I guess, I don't know, Detroit time or something there, the Aussie was buying just 66 cents. The least since during the global financial crisis in March 2009, and down from 16 U.S. cents at the start of the year. The immediate reason for the drop was a lift in unemployment rate announced yesterday, but the Aussie has been under pressure for months. So there's just so much happening. The Commonwealth, the whole Commonwealth, it's starting to come together. I knew Australia was going to be the first country in the Commonwealth to fall, followed by New Zealand, then the United Kingdom, and then Canada. I'm not sure if it's Canada, then the UK, because UK had Brexit, so they're moving in the right direction to kind of fix their friggin' country. But I'm not sure if the UK is going to go before Canada, so I'm not too sure on that. Western America, United States of America, from Washington, Seattle, all the way down to San Diego, is basically on the verge of collapsing too, right there. That region right there. So, woo! So, it's been coming down on the CV scare, which is logical in a way because Australia is seen as one of the most exposed developed economies to the Chinese economy, AMP chief economist Shane Oliver said. Well, they own a majority of the housing there. A majority of the housing is empty, owned by foreign investing. They own a lot of the land there and private mines and all kinds of stuff in Perth. And they're rolling out the 5G up in Darwin. Woo! The U.S., meanwhile, was seen as a safe haven, and the greenback had been gaining, he said. Economists said that the Aussie could fall even lower, particularly if the coronavirus... Oh, I said it, damn, I hope this will flag my video. Took a long time to contain, and China's economy was shut down for an extended period. You actually believe what China's saying? You actually fathomably say, okay, thank you, China, for this information. You actually believe what Chinese are saying. They've never lied before, so I guess they're telling the truth. Economists said that the Aussie dollar could fall even lower, particularly with the CV. Took a long time to contain. Technically, now, the Australian dollar looks very vulnerable, and with the US dollar having momentum on its side, many will be looking at the GFC levels and the guide for the Australian dollar support. NAB senior FX strategist Rodrigo Cartilli said in a note. The Aussie hit a low of 62.5 cents in February 2009, the lowest it's level since 2003. So there it is, guys. It's going down for real. It has averaged 76.7 cents U.S. cents since the Hawk government floated the dollar in December 1983. Do you remember that? When you start seeing deregulation, deregulated banks in Australia. You guys remember that? You guys remember that? Huh? Maybe it's in a chapter in some book somewhere, you know? Maybe the third chapter of a book? Huh? Anybody remember that? Mr. Oliver said the weak Aussie would make overseas holidays more expensive and likely increase the cost of imported goods such as cars, clothing, electronics, and petrol. That's why maybe you should start making things in-house. People pay the money for it. At least they have something that's quality made, local made, keep their brother employed. Huh, what does that remind you of? Ronald Reagan. When he was president, buy a car from your brother, keep him employed. And that's when Detroit started, steel wheels started turning again. A bit. I'm not saying a lot, a bit. But it would also make Australia's exported-oriented economy more competitive internationally as Australian goods and commodities become cheaper and people work for more slave wages. It's a form of monetary easing, Mr. Oliver said. It's a form of monetary easing, Mr. Oliver said. The reverse bank would probably be happy if it goes lower. The ANZ head of the Australian Economic, David, said in a note that while weakness in the Aussie might provide some offsetting stimulus, ANZ still predicted that RBA cash rate cut in the quarter was more likely than not. So remember, they lowered rates 3 times. They're gonna go into negative territory. Australia will be the first country in the Commonwealth to go into negative territory. Yes, so Australia will be the first country in the Commonwealth, and I've been saying this front, center, full stop for the longest time. They will go to negative rates. They're going to have to remove the cash because of the CV, or cerveza virus. Once the cerveza starts hitting the scene, you know what I mean, then they just have to remove cash. They're going to have to destroy it because of this, so it doesn't spread. But in a good note, when they do that, they'll be looking to negative interest rates. So they're going to start punishing savers, and they're going to start rewarding borrowers. It's going down for real. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Guys, go to my channel and do this. Go to the channel here. Go over here to community. Go down one. Oh yeah, meanwhile in Canada, chat is disabled. Me and my son. Okay, let's keep going here. Some gold. All right, right here. There's a question here. It's on my other community here. If you could please go there. In response to my new video, I'm leaving Canada and moving back to England from an email I received. I decided to start a poll. People are arguing over who is the worst or the best. So who is worst off? That's the question. Who is worse off? Canada. Are Canadians worse off? Australians worse off? New Zealanders worse off? Americans worse off? Or the British, are they worse off? Who is worse off? Go to this on my channel. I need you to vote because we're going to bring this up on Mike in the Night. I already got 220 votes on here. Let's get this vote thingy here rolling and see exactly. It's a couple of down now. So go on there, guys. Please do that for me, and then we could discuss this on Mike in the Night. Who is worse off? I honestly think Australia is the worst off right now of all of them. Right now, of all the Commonwealth, is Australia. Limited land, very limited land, because you can only it's all around the coast there. Limited water. I'm not sure what they own anymore. The Australian proper. I'm not sure what the Australians, do they even own their own electric company anymore? Do they own their own water anymore? Like what does the Australian proper have? What does Australia own for its people, right? So I think Australia is going to be the and then the 5G they're throwing out. So if you guys want to go to the Mike in the Night show, there's a show I did over here, way back here. These shows are a couple of hours long, so you could have them playing in the background. But if you go to Mike in the Night way back, like I'm talking about like 7 months ago, we have a Mike in the Night show where they unloaded the 5G social credits, whatever that crap is in China. It's a big bullshit. Anyways, there you will see that video I made and discussing rolling that out and kind of following this Mickey Mouse and making people believe that this is what they need in their lives. No, I need my family in my life. I love my kids, and I want to take care of my family and love my neighbors and and enjoy my life. That's what I need in my life. That's what everybody needs in their life, and they can achieve that by, especially if people want to be productive. If you want to be productive, your country should allow you to be productive. It should allow you, not give you money, but allow you to to be productive. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Lots of love. Thanks for watching and tolerating this awful singing.